Orford's story begins in the medieval rise of East Anglia's coastal power. By the 12th century, this small Suffolk harbour had become a strategic point on the river Orr, its fortunes tied to fishing, salt pans, and the shifting channels that shaped trade along the North Sea. In 1165, Henry II imposed royal authority on the region by building Orford Castle, a striking polygonal keep that still dominates the village skyline. It served not only as a fortress, but as a statement of control over turbulent baronial rivals. Around it grew a prosperous settlement, with shipyards, markets, and the steady rhythm of a working coastal community. Across the water, Orford Ness followed a very different path. For centuries it was a wild, ever-growing, wind-scoured shingle spit, a place of grazing, wrecks, lighthouse keepers, and long isolation. But in the early 20th century, the Ness became one of Britain's most important experimental landscapes. The Royal Flying Corps established early airfields here. Soon after, the site hosted pioneering work in ballistics, radio navigation, and the emerging science of radar. During the Cold War, the period we are documenting today some 65 years later, Orford Ness transformed into a restricted military zone, home to the distinctive pagodas, blast-resistant test labs for nuclear-related research, and to facilities exploring radar countermeasures and other still classified technologies. It was a place where secrecy met the raw power of nature. Meanwhile, Orford Village continued its quieter trajectory, fishing fleets, boatyards, and the enduring presence of its medieval church and castle. The village remained a place of continuity, while the Ness evolved into one of the most secretive landscapes in Britain. By the late 1960s, Orford Ness entered one of its most ambitious and enigmatic chapters with the creation of Cobra Mist. Conceived as a joint Anglo-American over-the-horizon radar system, it aimed to detect distant aircraft and missile activity far beyond conventional ranges. The Ness's emptiness and isolation made it the perfect canvas for this technological leap. A vast antenna field spread across the shingle, supported by control buildings and an infrastructure that pushed the limits of radio science. Engineers, specialists, and the military worked at the frontier of what was then possible, wrestling with atmospheric interference, signal behavior, and the sheer complexity of a system with no precedent. There were rumors of Russian spy trawlers in the North Sea disrupting signals, and yachtsmen wondering why their masts were warm to the touch, with 10-megawatt transmitters perhaps not that surprising. After years of testing, the project was closed in 1973, leaving behind one of the Cold War's most intriguing technological conundrums. Today, Orford and Orford Ness form a striking duality, but the Cobra project still lives on in Suffolk, with the Cobra Ball Blackwing a regular visitor to the hall next to Lakenheath even today. The village remains a beautifully preserved historic settlement, while the Ness, now managed by the National Trust, stands as a haunting monument to scientific innovation, military experimentation, and the people who worked at the edge of possibility, one of whom was a former crew member of Kibosh 27.